Hey guys, so today I'll be discussing three main things that makes a player good. The first one is a player's mechanical skill, the second one is a player's knowledge of the game, and the third one is the attitude of the player. So things that go under your mechanical skill would be stuff such as your ability to last hit creeps, knowing when to man up and when not to man up, your ability to micro several units at the same time, or hitting your abilities. A few things that I think goes under knowledge of the game would be stuff such as captaining and drafting, or your ability to counterpick and see your lineup strengths and weaknesses, or knowing when to do Roshan over pushing a tower or a barrack, or seeing your win condition such as split pushing or team fighting depending on what team you have. And lastly, we have attitude. Now, I'm not actually gonna explain this one to you guys because I'm pretty damn sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's just move on. So let's start out with something that has to do with your mechanical skill. Versatility. It is definitely a big plus when constantly having to adjust to 4 new players on your team every single game, seeing as it might not be everyone on your team who can play every role. However, if you do want to play to win, I suggest sticking to a smaller pool of heroes in the different roles. The reason being that if you stick to specializing in a smaller pool of heroes, you will be significantly more precise in damage calculations as well as knowing all the limits and aspects of the hero, making your mechanical skill when playing that hero higher and therefore you a more valuable player. Moving on to improving your knowledge of the game. I suggest watching people who are better than you play and try to put yourself into their mindset when drafting or playing. What makes pro teams so much better than other players is also the preparation they do. And something that I've done a ton in my past as a captain is writing down important information on a little notebook next to my desk. I have everything from strong meta heroes to specific lineups and jungle rotations written down. This helps me keep track of everything, and if you ever want to compete, keeping a record of your opponent's draft, plays, warding spots, laning patterns is a great way to improve. Now, I could go on and on for quite a while about how you improve your game knowledge, but for matchmaking this might not be the most relevant thing in the world, and the number one way to do it is really just to watch people who are better than yourself. It's that simple. So let's move on to the last point, which is your attitude. Now, to start it all out, we're all human and everyone is gonna run into a lose streak of several games in a row at some point. And it's gonna be annoying, but if you feel just the slightest bit tilted, I suggest taking a small break to relax and calm things down. Because if you start the game already annoyed from that guy from your last game who trolled you, griefed you, or destroyed all his items, and therefore you lost the game, you will not have a clear mind, and you will be way more likely to rage and lose control of the game, and you will not be that valuable player for your team. So in these situations, taking a small break will clear up your mind and you'll be able to go into the next game and play to win. Anyways, I hope you guys could use some of the stuff that we've discussed in this video, and yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.